The world is changing. So must education.
According to experts, schools are in the midst of a crisis.
Across America, the 3-year pandemic erased decades of incremental gains in public schools.
Serious concerns today about standardized testing in the age of COVID-19.
The pandemic made an inflection point out of an already outdated system. What we measure is not as relevant anymore.
Many elementary school students are lacking social skills.
I wanted something that backs up, this is who I am, this is what I know, this is what I can do.
Half of our students are not being well served under current measures. Skills needed to succeed in life have changed.
How do we build students who are confident when they go on to higher education, when they go to the workforce?
So schools need to really prepare young people for a more uncertain future, but also for a very dynamic global economy.
The real world is now. The kids are experiencing real world every single day.
Our students are changing, our world is changing, and if we aren't changing as educators, either we're going to be left behind or they're going to be left behind.
If the first time they have reached a challenge is when they go to college, and then they melt and they fall apart because they don't have supports in place to help them work through it, then that's sad, and the school system's failed.
In Kentucky, leadership used the pandemic time to find out what Kentuckians really want for our students through the United We Learn initiative. This included listening tours around the state and resulted in a statewide portrait of a learner, which envisions a student who is an engaged citizen, critical thinker, effective communicator, empowered learner, creative contributor, and a productive collaborator.
We need to create thinkers, doers, communicators, problem solvers, not those who are good at passing standardized tests that were, quite frankly, built in the last century.
How do we change school to meet this type of need? In Fayette County, leadership had the vision to build from the ground up. Using funds from the State Deeper Learning Grant, Fayette County envisioned a pathway to change, which meant using an innovative thinking process for teachers to conceive and create a new approach to learning.
Starting with the teachers is actually doing the work makes a huge difference, not only because they will embrace it more themselves, but it's really an opportunity to teachers to know we respect you as professionals and you have every right and every skill set in order to lead this initiative.
I feel like teachers are kind of placed in a box or felt like they're supposed to be in a box, and I don't feel that way. And I would be bored to tears if I was, so.
But the way that this grant is written, these teachers really have ownership over what they're doing in their own classrooms and their schools, and they are leading the work.
When we heard about the opportunity that the state was providing for deeper learning grants through a regional collaborative, we wanted to take a different approach to that.
What makes Fayette County really unique and interesting, and I think fantastic, is that they are focusing on identifying deeper learning that's already taking place in their school, lifting up teachers who are passionate and already doing that work, connecting them with each other, resourcing them, networking them with each other, and then thinking about how they can scale that. So it's a really bottom-up, emergent change effort, and I think it's got a great probability of success.
Building upon the experiences of some of the best educators in the district, FCPS solicited a coalition of the willing, beginning with 38 recommended or self-selected teachers who are diverse in experience, grade level, background, and more to embark on the journey.
When I heard about the Deeper Learning Initiative, I knew that was a really good fit for me because I was trying to do that at Leestown.
Didn't really know what to expect from it, but I knew as a professional I wanted to grow and professionally develop, and so I thought that was a really good opportunity to kind of give that a try.
And I was really excited to see that this is a movement within the state and within the county, and then actually be able to work with my colleagues and meet others that had similar interests and similar passions.
A primary goal of this project was to develop a sustainable network of teacher leaders of deeper learning built by teachers for teachers that will continue regardless of changes in personnel or leadership. The 38 gathered in 2022, and we asked them what they think deeper learning looks like, feels like, produces. They brainstormed in groups and identified common threads. They were tasked by leadership to design outcomes and indicators for the Fayette County Portrait of a Graduate that were aligned with deeper learning.
We have really taken our Portrait of a Graduate to make it part of what our students really are able to do.
I think teachers get caught up in getting kids ready for a test or getting kids ready for the next thing or getting kids ready for the next grade. And I think that deeper learning is so great because it puts our perspective on something bigger, because we're prepping kids to be adults and to be productive citizens.
When we think about deeper learning, when we're exposing scholars to an engineering design process where they're able to actually go through the steps of asking questions and predicting what's going to happen and then making a design and testing it out and observing it again and then rethinking about their process, that's powerful.
It gives you a chance to get in touch with really what you're feeling, what you're wanting to do, and it allows you to, in a safe space, kick it around with other people. And it sort of helps you hone it in for what you can do at your school.
You're talking to people that are in the classroom, that live it, that experience it, that understand it, that knows what needs to be changed. And together, we can kind of come up with a happy medium and say, you know what, this can work.
I just going into the meetings and listening to everybody, getting the support, knowing that there's people I can call if I needed support, it has helped me expand my teaching.
You just feel like you're a part of something, and that's, I think, what produces lifelong employees or educators.
We found out very quickly that teachers have to own this. And the only way they own it is they have to go through the process of developing something of their own.
So by combining passion, skills, and need, the teachers were able to design measures of success and set goals for their students and for themselves, which is exactly what we want our kids to be able to do. When the teachers realized that what they were creating was going to be such an important tool for other teachers, they asked for support in learning more about the Portrait of a Graduate and about deeper learning.
One of the teachers, Lauren Hill, had developed a teacher leadership program, STEPS, Classroom Teachers Enacting Positive Solutions, which immerses teachers in deeper learning through action research.
We made STEPS for the classroom teacher who was a master at their work, who loved their work, who wanted to build on and expand their leadership in that space. That energy, that desire for teachers to have more say over how things go and to give them both the power and the support to implement some of the things that they have in their brain is the entire reason behind all of this. That's how STEPS fits into the wider TL4DL movement.
As they embarked on this experience, they were able to design an action research project that would be about their passion, something that they knew that they wanted to work on, something that was important and authentic to them, just the same as we want for our students to be able to do. So the symmetry of learning was there.
Collaboration began with the international organization What School Could Be, focusing on a roadmap for FCPS to reimagine the role of teachers and help to document the journey. Partners from the UK Centre for Next Generation Leadership began providing professional learning on the deeper learning competencies and facilitated the review of the FCPS Portrait of a Graduate.
One of our primary roles, I think, was to provide content expertise around the deeper learning movement in Kentucky. What it means to be a deeper learning classroom, a deeper learning school, a deeper learning district, specifically focusing in on what a full implementation of the Fayette County Profile of a Graduate might mean across the district.
Teachers continued to drive the work and split into multiple subgroups, anticipating what would need to be documented and the resources that would be needed to help scale the initiative. The subgroups included artifacts, website, storytelling, professional learning, collaboration with the district, and community outreach, and chose the moniker TL4DL, Teacher Leaders for Deeper Learning. The team applied to and was granted membership in the Harvard Graduate School of Education's Deeper Learning Districts. The DLD core team attended network convenings to envision how the work could be scaled and infused into the DNA of the district. Have there been challenges? Of course. The solutions-oriented nature of this work has overcome many challenges already.
My biggest obstacle was getting over the way I've always done things. And change is hard.
The biggest issue for me, honestly, is time.
We spend so much time in education working on systems, and we're so overwhelmed with just the daily tasks and logistics of sub-coverage.
We have to recognize that the time that they have to plan on a regular day is not sufficient. So that has to be addressed, and that is not the teacher, but that is admin, and it is our district. We have to rethink the school day.
You do not change the structure and the culture of the school system or any large organization overnight.
The challenge that they are facing right now is in the scaling. How do they go from 38 to 380 and then 380 to 3,800?
Our model of starting with the 38 in the beginning, I think, is going to really contribute to that, because it's teachers telling other teachers about the impact that this is having in their classrooms, the impact it's having on their students and their students' learning. It's not someone that's not in the classroom telling me about this great program. It's about me telling you, I did this in my classroom and this is the difference it made.
And then it's an iterative process. These teachers will continue to build this kind of work into their practice and into the culture of their schools over time. And so, it grows and builds in kind of an oozy, organic way, but I think that's really powerful, and I embrace the messiness of all of that.
A tremendous amount of work has been done. The TL4DL is now preparing to scale. A presentation was made at the district leadership meeting introducing the concept to the administrators and the district at large. Teachers shared their experiences and offered to come to make presentations to schools around the district to spread this learning and recruit the next wave of TL4DL participants.
Doing a better job of professionalizing the teacher experience is a quest for us at NextGen, and I think this project, this Teacher Leadership for Deeper Learning, has done just that for teachers across a district the size of Fayette County, and that's quite an undertaking, but I'm really pleased with the first year's effort.
We're transforming the organization, and the organization is not Fayette County Public Schools. It's the institution of education. And we're very honored that leadership trusts us, and us being teachers, leaders, to understand, recognize what this is.
These teachers are leaders. They're going to continue to present what they've learned, to share what they've learned, to help support the other educators in their building as they try things and continue to give them feedback and help them reflect.
It's a journey that we all are on together, but it has to start.
We're constantly moving and we're going forward. And there's people that are on the wave right now. And then there's people that are here wondering if they should get on the wave. But the wave's going to keep going. So the sooner you get on the wave, the bigger the wave's going to be. This is a world change that a lot of states are looking at. And it's something that you can be a part of and feel proud of. And it's brought the joy back for me in teaching. So I would encourage you to give it a try too.